Yeah, it's morning time here, so it's pretty hectic.
Feels like we've already lost one person who's been invited and accepted already. It's really difficult to follow. Okay, guys, perhaps I'll do the intro speech first, and then we'll pick up several people after that.
Bring up Tulip as well.
Happy Year of the Tiger, everyone. Welcome to the Chinese New Year Fantom Projects Meetup. Tiger is a magnificent animal full of grace but also determination. I hope that these are the characteristics that this year will bring to Fantom Opera ecosystem. The Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar Festival, has not been chosen as a random holiday to organize such event. This holiday is globally seen as the beginning of a new economic cycle. Hence, I find it to be perfect date to reflect upon the achievements of the Fantom ecosystem over the past 12 months, as well as look ahead into the future. Today, we have gathered 20 of projects related to Fantom network. Some are operating just on Fantom, the other are multi-chain. Some are bigger by TVL, the other are smaller, and of course some are older and some are younger and some might still be considered in the beta stage. But all these projects will be equally represented here today on the stage because we are driven by our passion for collaboration and the development of the whole ecosystem. Fantom Opera is a remarkable blockchain. Just take a note how fast it grows, both in capitalization and TVL, as well as how many new awesome projects are appearing on it regularly. And I would like you to take a note how well projects on Fantom cooperate. It's something remarkable, never seen before on any other blockchain, and I'm sure that you agree. The main purpose of our meetup is to introduce the projects to the guests, but also to do the mutual introductions between the projects. I have no doubt that soon after this event, we will see lots of new collaborations appearing. Also, I would like to refer to the listeners. Quick note for you. If you stay until the very last part, there will be an open microphone stage. There, more projects are expected to join at that stage, the ones who were not admitted for the main part. Also, you will be able to communicate with the project representatives by writing in the dedicated text channel, which is called Fantom Projects Meetup, located right above the stage channel on a panel. You can also leave the questions there. Maybe our project representatives would like to take some of those during the last part of the event. And also, I want to retell warm regards from Simone Pomposi. He really wanted to be present on Meetup, but sadly he was unable to make it. Quick note about FTM alerts. So Austin has some pressing issues with his family. He retells his regards and he says that he literally wrote me like 5 hours ago that he won't be able to make it. And also I would like to tell you that Dark Knight is with us only for like 30 minutes because he has some personal pressing issues not related to his project, and I respect that, and I would like to give him a couple more minutes in the first part because he will have to leave afterwards. Before we get straight to the main part, I would like to remind our project representatives that due to the sheer number of represented projects during the main part, I will ask you to provide only short, concise answers, roughly under a minute. Same goes for the introductions of your projects. You will be able to elaborate on anything in the last part. My name is Ted, and today I will be your host and the moderator of this event. Without further ado, let's get straight to our Chinese New Year Fantom Projects Meetup. Yay! So now let me check once again if we have some project reps, and you know what? Maybe if Dark Knight is for some reason he disconnected. Let me see if he's here, and I'll try to invite him to speak again, and maybe he'll do his intro and answer my question first. Fantom Ecologist, I've invited you to speak. Would you kindly get on the stage? Also, Dark Knight, if you are here with us, would you kindly raise your hand? Oh, Meta is here. from Diversify Crypto. I'm sorry, Discord is glitching on me right now. It's probably having a hard time dealing with so many listeners. Okay. Dark Knight, could you please raise your hand if you're not with us? Or tell something if you are with us? Because it's glitching. Just give me like literally 5 seconds. I'm sorry. Okay, awesome. You're with us now. Okay, so perhaps it would be wise if I allow to provide some intro speech on the first part of our agenda. So before we go straight to the introductions by the project in the alphabetic order, I would like to discuss the achievements of the Fantom ecosystem over the past 12 months. And I would like to comment Fantom ecologist on that. You're welcome, brother.
Yeah, didn't expect that.
Sorry, it's very silent. Could you please speak up a bit?
Sure, is that any good? Sorry, I'm just using a new headset.
Okay, well, technically, if I turn up my sound like to max, it's okay. But if you could, I would advise you to actually speak up or make it louder for us.
Okay, sure. I'll have a look into how I can do that. I think it's just because I've got a new headset. I haven't tested it out yet. But yeah,
Okay, let's go.
Maybe just turn up your output volume on Discord.
Give me a sec. I'll have a look into it now.
Okay, let's invite Dark Knight to do his intro and also reflect on why he decided to go to Fantom and to integrate Fantom ecosystem and that kind of stuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Brovin. I'm representing Knight Ecosystem. Just want to start up by saying thanks for having me here today, as well as being accommodating with my schedule. I unfortunately will not be able to attend the whole 3-hour duration as has been mentioned because I'm at work. So again, just appreciate the opportunity to be here. So we created our DEX NightSwap, which was on the Binance Smart Chain, and then we followed that up with the Fantom counterpart known as Dark Knight. We decided to create the Knight ecosystem with the goal of providing reliable and sustainable yields, as well as a comprehensive ecosystem that ranged from NFTs that provide very specific utilities to a wide range of games at Wizard and Undead, as well as to finally, which we think may be the most important part, the crypto education and building real-world business treasuries utilizing the Knight ecosystem through one of our main partners at the Wolf Den. Because the Wolf Den is kind of focused on bringing these big businesses from the real world, the type of education and community it brings is different from perhaps some of the Moon Boys or Degens that many of us may or may not be accustomed to having to deal with. And this is actually one of the reasons why we were so attracted to the Fantom network to begin with. We kind of felt that our community fit more closely with the Fantom community. As proof of the type of community that we often boast about, our DEX NightSwap on Binance Smart Chain garnered a TVL of about 75 million in less than 3 months, and Dark Knight TVL of about 30 million in less than 3 months. And this is, even despite the relatively quote unquote poor market conditions as of late. We prefer slowly and steadily building a strong foundation, adding to it over time with organic growth, rather than kind of this big pump and dump surges that you often see with other projects. And in fact, one of our recurring mottos has always been slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And this is why even to this day, we have not ever paid for marketing. So people often ask us if we're going to expand to other chains like AVEX or Polygon, and our answer has always been kind of a resounding no. Doing so doesn't really solve any problems for us. Our solution is not to just add more. So we specifically chose Fantom because of the ridiculous kind of potential that we see in Fantom. Fantom and its innovative community have even pushed boundaries with exploring new concepts such as DAOs and really pioneering this DeFi 2.0. And this is all translated to a pretty absurd growth over the last year of Fantom itself, with a year ago, Fantom having somewhere around 10 million in volume per day, and then what seemed like overnight, 100 million per day. And then by the end of February, Fantom was breaking 1 billion per day, which is, just crazy. And We believe that the community and technology that drives Fantom will continue to lead to this astronomical growth even from this point on. And here at Night Ecosystem, we're just really ecstatic to be here so early for the ride, and grateful to be amongst all of you, potentially learning new ways to optimize our own ecosystem and hopefully contribute in our own way, in a positive way, to the chain overall. Looking forward to some possible collaborations with you all as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to us, despite being very difficult to make it. Thank you so much. So I'd like to ask Fantom Ecologist about the past 12 years on Fantom. What happened, what not? Sorry, bro, you're completely silent to us. Okay, so perhaps I'd like to ask Zeus from Hector Dao about their experience with Fantom.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me here. It's a great honor to be on this New Year's event. Let me tell a short story about our project. Hector, you say Hector Dao, but in the meantime, we are changing to Hector Finance, as we experience, and I think everybody has noticed in the past weeks that rebase projects are really heading towards a dead lane at the moment. And we are moving away from the rebase in the coming year, trying to become deflationary and hoping to be a utility coin. In the meantime, we already successfully deployed a lending and borrowing network on Fantom, and we have coming our own stablecoin in a few days too. We are in the beta test phase at the moment. Other than that, we are going to build NFT offerings, an educational center, a gaming department, and a few other things not to be mentioned at the moment. We are truly excited for this year and truly excited with the Fantom blockchain. And I think it's great to share this celebration with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Fantom Ecologist, have you fixed your issue with the headset? Oh, something's definitely wrong. So, DeDoc from Fantom Dao, would you kindly elaborate on your experience with Fantom over the past 12 months or less?
Thanks, Ted. Yeah, thank you for having me and to represent Fantom Dao on the call. Yeah, we are similar to Hector. We're a rebase token based off Olympus. We've been on Fantom network from the very beginning, so it's in about late October when we launched. There are a number of things that sort of drew us to Fantom network at the beginning. The potential was there for the growth that it would provide, and also the great innovations and communities that were already on there, and all the other projects that were developing really great products and putting them out quite regularly. And just the growth over the last year was really impressive to see.
Awesome. Owen, what would you like to say about Fantom?
Yeah, sorry. Just in regards to Fantom?
Yeah, like what happened over the past 12 months with you and with the whole ecosystem overall?
Okay, yeah, sure. So I got into Fantom around in February. So I was here when Popsicle Finance started, and then everyone that kind of got the ball rolling. And it was certainly really interesting to see how a layer 1 like this goes from mainnet to a top 20 protocol in crypto. So it was really interesting to see how these protocols developed, and then forks were launched, how NFTs started from zero. and it's been an exciting ride. It's been really cool to see, and I'm looking forward to how we're going to mature this year, especially with Andres solidly and how that'll affect things. And um, yeah, it's been a cool experience. I'm certainly happy I got in at the beginning.
Great. I know that you have actually integrated with Dia Data, who's an Oracle provider. So I wonder what Paul from Dia, which quite recently integrated with Fantom, would like to tell us about their opinion of this network.
Yeah, love to. Thanks, Tech, for hosting this tonight. It's really exciting to also meet a couple of people we haven't been speaking to. So maybe just to give some context to what we do at Dia. I'm one of the co-founders, and Dia is a cross-chain oracle. So we founded Dia in 2018 and set this up as a DAO already back then. And I think we early on believed, as I said, being a cross-chain oracle, the relevance of different ecosystems. So we're integrated in a bunch of L1s and L2s, and we were quite excited that we integrated mid-December with Fantom. And from this outside-in perspective, I can really attest that this community absolutely stands out, and it's quite exciting to speak to a lot of people building here. Maybe just for everyone interested in oracles in general, we do differentiate from a bunch of great oracles out there that we are very deeply integrated into where the data actually derives from. So we're integrated into different markets, being XAXs and DEXs, also DEXs on Fantom. We'll announce a bit of information on that, and hence we're able to build really resilient fees, which takes into account settlements on a specific layer. So I think this is quite exciting for the conversations we're having with Fantom projects who also want to take Fantom settled assets into their fees. Apart from that, randomness is, I think, something when it comes to NFTs, gaming, where there's an absence in most L1s and L2s, and also in Fantom. At least that's our perception here, and we're very much looking forward to hopefully help people building great projects here with the oracles we're providing here. So everyone, just reach out to me if you have any specific questions. And yeah, so far quite great fun, and I think tonight's meetup just shows what a strong community is made up in Fantom.
It certainly is. Thank you, Paul. We have another project which is also multi-chain and which quite recently came to Fantom. So I wonder what Yield Parrot would like to say. Yield Parrot.
Hi everyone, I'm Alpha Amazon from Yield Parrot. Thanks for having me here. I'm really glad to be in this Chinese New Year event. We originally launched on the Binance network, as you said, but then we decided to go multi-chain by introducing ourselves to the Fantom network, which we have found very good projects and much better returns than on the Binance network. We saw that Fantom has a ridiculous potential with much more experienced people than in other chains, which makes it a great challenge, being this an opportunity to offer a better product. So we are really glad to be now to be multi-chain and be here in the Fantom network.
Awesome, thank you. So I'd like to invite Scarab Finance, the Pharaoh from Scarab Finance, to also tell about their experience with Fantom.
Hello, everyone. Well, just to speak a little bit about a project, we're an algorithmic senior coin. We're Tomb Fork. You know, our focus is a little different from them, and we're trying to essentially build a truly stable ecosystem. It's a true challenge, not gonna lie, but we're moving, you know, with our predictions game that we recently launched, where you can place wagers on Fantom. Those profits will be used to buy back Scarab. We're also launching a SynSpirit model to also generate revenue, we will give all the bonuses from traditional WinSpirit models and be mixing them into a senior rush protocol, which when they're healthy, they generate a lot of volume, which will generate more revenue for InSpirit, which generates more revenue through our SynSpirit model. All of this as a part of our revenue generation plan for having a backing to our emissions. As for Fantom, I think we all here know that it's been quite impressive. It's been an impressive growth over these past 12 months. We've seen a lot of projects come onto the system. We see constant competition, a lot of innovation, a lot of building. People are competing like crazy, and new projects are launching every day. It's a very healthy sign for a network to have DeFi that's this competitive and it's this healthy. And it's for us, it's amazing to see. I've been an investor here for a little bit before we decided to do this project, and it's fascinating to see how fast the community has been growing and how fast new projects are popping up and actually adding to our value. I think it's going to be reflective on price over the next 12 months, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Awesome. Our go-to place for technical analysis. I wonder what Jayco from Kek.tools would like to add up on their experience with Fantom.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Jayco from Kek.tools. You guys may know our application. So a big reason why we moved over to Fantom was primarily the community. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think that's the common narrative that a lot of people mention about Fantom. We've been on BSC, we were on Ethereum for a long time, and a great example of why it's so wonderful to build on Fantom is, here's an example. The Fantom Foundation will quite happily retweet something that is related to Fantom, right? But we were working with the AVAX team as well, and we said, hey, we've added AVAX to our application. Can you guys retweet our tweet? And, they said, oh yeah, back and forth, this, that, and they never actually ended up retweeting it. So I think that's a really, really good example of the community strength inside of the Fantom ecosystem. That's a big thing for us. Along with that, on BSC, we were on there for a short period of time, just testing out multichain.xyz, and it was basically a ghost chain where you would go into Discord servers and ask people for help or this, that, the other, and nobody would respond. Ethereum, you're a small fish in a massive ocean, so it's incredibly difficult to gain traction. Along with a great community, low fees and fast transaction times are a plus too, of course. So yeah, we work with a lot of projects on Fantom. I know the guy from NightSwap was speaking earlier, and we have his exchange in our application. We work with Fantom Ecologist. He uses our application on a daily basis. We power SpookySwap, SpiritSwap, SoulSwap charts, and soon Andre's new project's charts as well. So lots of exciting things. Yeah, I think Fantom.
Lots of exciting things. Thank you. So also, I wonder what Raiders would like to tell us about their experience with Fantom.
Hey, thanks for having us, Ted. First, I wanted to thank everyone for coming out today. I'm from the Raiders NFT project. Some of you might not know. We began minting NFTs.
Sorry, mate, you disappeared. Mate, you disappeared. Can anyone hear me? Please tell me.
Hello?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. So I wanted to thank everyone for coming out. I'm with Raiders NFT. First, I'll just start by going over the last 12 months in Fantom. We've seen so many projects come up and flourish just between decentralized finance applications, also a lot of different NFT projects, and some that are even a little bit of both. Unique wallet addresses have gone from 5,000.
Oh, sorry, mate. You are really disappearing, mate. Perhaps it's just Discord. Maybe it can't handle that many. Okay,
All
yeah.
right. You know what? I think I was having trouble with my push to talk, so I turned that off.
Okay, totally fine.
Sorry about that. So, like I was saying, we've seen a lot of projects come here. They've really done well. Seen unique addresses go from 5,000 this time last year to almost 2 million right now. So the amount of network traffic also went from 3,000 to almost 2 million transactions at some points. So we've been growing at an incredible pace. There's been an increase in validators. So the average time for a block last year at this time, it was 11 seconds for a transaction to finalize. Now we're at under 1 second. So that really speaks volumes about the network. Went from using 5% of the network to almost 75% at the current time. So we've really made a lot of leaps and bounds in Fantom. It's something that we should all be proud of. Everyone who's developing here, and the foundation itself, it's been a really remarkable year.
Awesome, thanks. So, Tamchy from FantomSquad. So, take into account that your project is FantomSquad. I have no doubt that it's on Fantom, but tell us why and why have you chosen it? What happened for you on Fantom?
Hey guys, first of all, thank you for inviting me, and I'm glad to be here. So I was actually discussing with my team where we should go, and we discovered the Fantom network. Then I kind of went in personally and tried figuring out like the NFT scene here, and I kind of discovered a family. You know, it's not like BC or Ethereum or anything else. It really is a family. It's like one big community of people hanging out together, and everybody knows each other. And other people have already mentioned this previously, but like, you know, it really does feel different. Everyone is very welcoming. Everyone is very open. We approached many people, and almost everyone responded, and everyone was open for collabing or working together in some way. So that's why we decided to go to Fantom Chain and or the Fantom network, and I regret nothing. Like, it's been so fun. I've learned to know so many people, and everyone has been so helpful here. So yeah, I love it here. It's been amazing.
It is. So, Daniel from Yoshi.exchange, would you tell us why is Yoshi.exchange on Fantom? What's good about it, and what happened to Yoshi over past several months?
Hi everyone. Fantom was a starting point for us, and a year ago when we learned that there is a Fantom as a blockchain, we have noticed the potential, and Fantom was not as big. It didn't have that big ecosystem as right now, just approximately 1 year ago. But we have seen a potential in the technology. We have seen that this year was a great example of how the foundation works, how they proceed in the product, how they really make a lot of technical stuff. Yeah, it's very important not only to talk, but to make it possible for the projects to have like a home for the projects for the development. And we started on the Fantom blockchain. We have already launched on the Binance Smart Chain, but Fantom is the motherland for us. We have already listed our Yoshi token on the first centralized exchange, Bank, and don't mind to go to win a great award of $1,000. Yeah, sorry guys. And we are still working on the great things to be developed about Fantom and to fight on the ramp payments and the application for the wallets, non-custodial wallets, still in development stage, but we are really eager to make it soon as possible. Thank you guys for coming here. It is really great to see you all, and I guess we'll have a great conversation today.
And now I would like to ask Mr. Kind from Beethoven X, what's so special about Fantom for you? Why have you chosen it? Why are you on it?
Thanks, guys, and thanks, Ted, for hosting this. This is really awesome. So it's already been said. It's been said that it's a family, that it's faster, that it's cheaper. it's been said that because Austin is here, because Andre, because a lot of things has already been said. When we looked around, we came in September, and we are building Beethoven, which is I would say a premier DEX. We've been looking at the balancer code, which is what we've forked, and was looking at a place to deploy it. And so I'm just going to repeat all of the awesome things that's been said. It was just crystal clear that this community and that this chain was completely underutilized, and just one big potential. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I'm literally getting goosebumps from it now. Like it's completely wild, and it's completely wild to think that the growth is just getting started. We launched in October. We have a TVL now around 260 million, and people are just so fucking kind and so amazingly nice and so brutally skilled, and it's just completely amazing. So we're just super excited to keep building, and we're here to serve you guys. So if we can ever do anything for any of you, be that in the audience or amongst the other protocols, just reach out. We're here to play.
And we are glad to have you. Thank you. So the last but not the least for this part, I would like to call for trading Tulips from Tulip Dao. Please do comment on Fantom.
Yeah, hi everybody, and thank you for having us. First, I'd like to say I came to Fantom very recently, only in late August. I've been involved with blockchain activities since 2013. I've consider myself a veteran when it comes to layer one technicals, token fundamentals, etc. I've been through the whole journey from mining tokens in 2014 with building GPU rigs, buying Bitcoin at $200, and from there pursuing things, going all the way through the bull market in 2017, seeing the change in the scape, the landscape of the market, and seeing DeFi come and all of this. And I went through my own journey with all of that, but I ended up coming back in just the last few months, and I found Fantom. And the number one thing I decided that I was going to do was pick a blockchain and lock it down and learn everything about the ecosystem. I was going to, make that blockchain my home, and I chose Fantom because of very obvious reasons, things I was seeing in the community from the Tomb Heads auctions, which are amazing. The energy in there is crazy, and the community and seeing the stuff that I saw here just really changed my perspective on things, and it motivated me to do what I'm doing now with the Tulip Dao, which is bringing investors together to basically teach the strategies that I've been using and bring early opportunities to people who are trying to, make financial or create financial freedom for themselves. We try to provide tools for people. We just got some echo going. We try to provide tools for people, and we're aiming to be an investors DAO where people can come, join, find investment opportunities, partake in the ecosystem, and profit.
Thank you so much. I wonder if Fantom Ecologist has fixed the headset. I'd like to ask Fantom Ecologist as an influencer to reflect on Fantom over the past 12 months. What happened? What's been great?
How are we going now? Has this resolved itself?
I can hear you, yes. I would suggest everyone to turn up their sound a bit, their volumes, but I can hear you well.
The content might not be that great, so they may want to keep the volume low, but I'll give it a go. So yeah, glad that's behind me, but thanks so much for setting this up, man. I really love what you guys are doing for community building around here, as well as the great products that Yoshi are bringing to the ecosystem, for sure. I mean, it's crazy to me to even think that Fantom has been around and operating in this mainnet space for a year now. I mean, I was extremely new to crypto. I hadn't even made my first trade this time last year. I think one of my mates kind of told me that he made a little bit of money on Doge overnight, so I installed a sex app and got going. And just by luck, I think. I mean, I was a complete amateur, but Fantom was my second ever coin I bought, and I started looking a lot on Twitter, things like that. Found people like Intro to DeFi and Austin and this great community. So after having used Ethereum once, Fantom was it for me in terms of a mainnet experience in DeFi. So that community that everyone's talking about is what allowed me as a complete newcomer to get to know people and to get to know those basics and work up my own skills and ability to assess projects and things like that. And I just really liked talking about it because it's so great. Everything everyone's already been saying, you can just do so much, and the opportunities are incredible. NFTs, DeFi, everything. It is just the place to be. So I'm just really lucky, I guess, that I found the right place at the right time. And yeah, I'm really, really keen to support quality projects in the ecosystem and try and build people up as much as I can. So it's great to see so many friendly faces here today. So many projects that I've worked with and talk about on this call, and just shows, I think, the strength of that Fantom community. But I guess the main thing that's had me stick around is I'm a conservationist. That's my day job, and that eco-friendly nature of Fantom and the energy efficiency and all that side of things absolutely keeps me here. So thank you, Fantom, and thank you everyone else for coming along.
Thank you so much. So we are done with the first part, and I would like to remind everyone that the questions are distributed in such that not every project fits in every part. So if some of the projects weren't called in this part, it just means that I will call more for them later in the further parts. So now let's do our introductions in the alphabetic order. So let's start with Beethoven X. Just like your elevator pitch, 45 seconds to 1 minute.
So the elevator pitch of Beethoven is that we're, besides being the world's most amazing composer that has created the most amazing music of all times, we've also come back to build the most awesome X on Fantom ever built. We've brought some technology with us from Balancer. We've brought some amazing design skills from world-renowned designers. We've brought some really awesome storytelling and writing with us and music with us with a quite amazing team. And we're locked into Fantom, not going anywhere, and building the best decks that you could possibly hope for. For the last 15 seconds, I want to say that we create some of the, if not the absolute best rates on swaps. We create the most awesome pools with multiple unique assets in them, weighted in funky ways. And for protocols, we have farms as a service and token launches, which are just out of the park awesome. So I think that's Beethoven X. It is the symphony you want to listen to. Pitch done.
Thank you for such a beautiful pitch. So now the next one is DarkMatterDeFi. Bill, it's your turn, mate.
Hey, everybody. My name is BillCashidy. I'm the founder of DarkMatterDeFi. We offer yield farming, staking, auto compounding vault, and we just released our NFT staking pools about 2 weeks ago. Some of the features we are currently working on. So Planets, this is the next phase of our NFT staking platform. We're working on an NFT launchpad for new projects, and the point of this is to bring in new teams and developers to the Fantom network. And then we are also working on admin interface for the team, and this is to drive down development costs and also to give our developers more time to work on the bigger features that we're actually building. So our biggest key feature is the NFT staking, and we do offer staking pools for partner projects. We released our first partner project staking pool earlier last week, and that was for the FantomSquad project.
Nice, thank you. Now I'd like to call DefySwap. Ashyx, please, your turn.
Sure. DefySwap is a smaller team, newer project that is kind of seeking to give the kind of centralized exchange feel as far as the modern kind of layout and vibe to the decentralized exchange concept. The team is basically looking to build kind of a ground level community oriented DEX with NFT integration is something that we're currently building towards, as well as our latest offerings, which we're teaming up with multiple different projects and allowing the capability to stake their token and also receive alternative partner tokens as rewards as well. And there's several projects that we've got lined up through that. So just basically forging partnerships to strengthen Fantom the best that we can is our goal.
Thank you. Next one on alphabetic order is Dia. Paul, please.
Yeah, thanks, Ted. So yeah, Dia is a cross-chain oracle. I'm one of the co-founders. Dia was founded in 2018, and we provide highly resilient, tailor-made feeds on Fantom as well. And the underlying data we use for these feeds is also using highly regulated benchmarks for Morningstar. And we pull this data by being deeply integrated into markets. So we pull on a single trade level. So each and every trade that happens on a SEX or on a DEX, and we apply different methodologies then to compound really a tailor-made feed for that. And this can be then used for if you're building a lending market, synthetic asset protocols, stable coins, bunch of different DeFi use cases. And something I'm sharing here with you guys, which hasn't been formally announced, is that we'll also be able to provide randomness on Fantom. So if you guys are building something, just ping me. Happy to have a chat. And thanks again for being here tonight. Pleasure.
Awesome. Next one, Metasin from Diversify Crypto, please.
Hey guys, I'm here. Thanks for having us. This is an amazing opportunity, and I'll briefly touch on your first question too, which is if you look around here, this is why we're on Fantom. We've got 20 projects or so sitting around shooting shit. This is the kind of community that we came here for. We're probably the newest Fantom project on the list. We just launched a couple weeks ago. We're both Diversify Crypto, and we created a token called DeFi, and then we also have our FantomSquad NFT line, where you already heard from Tamchy. The basic idea with DeFi was to give people exposure to a lot of the amazing token projects here on Fantom. So we have everything from the blue chips, like your Popsicle Finances and Spell, all the way down to some lower caps and new launches that essentially just for holding DeFi, you're going to be able to earn some dividend rewards in these projects. So it's really your way to be able to buy one token and earn exposure using our kind of custom crafted reward system. You can select and earn any of these partners. So there's a lot of partners actually on this call, and a few more hopefully after this. And the other cool thing that we're doing is we're kind of reforming how staking is going to be done. We created a more safe and secure kind of way to stake that doesn't combine adding all of your funds to one pool. So it doesn't put that red bullseye target on a big massive part of funds to potentially be hacked. What we did is we created a system called locking rewards, and it essentially just multiplies your rewards. It prevents you from selling your tokens during that period, but it gives you extra incentive for holding, but you maintain ownership.
We'll be able to elaborate on that in further parts, specifically for those topics. So thank you. So the next one is TheDoc from Fantom Dao. Please do introduce Fantom Dao to us.
Thanks, Ted. Fantom Dao is initially a rebase token based off Olympus. We have evolved somewhat from a traditional fork, and we are implementing new products and aiming to have our treasury grow with the whole ecosystem and with smart investments. We are about to launch the public launch of our in-house algorithmic stablecoin, FUD, FHUD. That should be out within the coming week. This is a deflationary mechanic to the protocol as well, so it's introducing some interesting new mechanics to the traditional Olympus fork model. So we're really looking forward to that being ready to go and seeing how the protocol behaves.
Thank you so much. And now, if I'm not wrong, FantomSquad. Tamchy, please. It's your turn.
Hey guys. So as previously mentioned, we are a NFT themed brand, right? So we have partnered up with about 18 different partners here on Fantom and a few outside of Fantom, and we created a NFT collection that features all of them. It's a 2D collection. Right now we have staking going on with our partners DarkMatterDeFi, which you have heard previously, and we are building stuff for the community. It's going to be awesome stuff. I haven't actually talked too much about it. I'll probably leak some stuff to our partners soon, so they know what's up. But exciting stuff coming up soon. Yeah, we still have mints available as well.
Great. Now, a quick intro from Fantom ecologist would be fair, right in alphabetical order. Meet, are you with us? Okay, let's...
Sorry, you're talking to me? I missed that. Can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Just a quick intro from you. 45 seconds. About being the Fantom ecologist.
That being me. Sorry, my audio is playing up heaps. I guess like this next stage for me is just really trying to build up my Discord a lot and try and help this community more than I can. I mean, at the moment, I'm really struggling with juggling a day job on top of all this, but I'm really excited to get some leave coming up because the projects here on this call, there's just so much building going on. And as I was saying before, that sort of like last 12 months, even having this many people on a call is just phenomenal. Back then, there was maybe 3 or 4 sites that you could use. You had SpiritSwap and SpookySwap, F-Bomb were around, and some super old rugs like Pharaoh, but the whole the way that this community is built and expanded just makes me really excited to stay here and keep supporting people because the floodgates seem to have opened with the quality that's arriving, and you know that also brings a lot of attention from bad actors too. And I think you know, I try and see my role as doing the best I can to bring those quality protocols to the front and keep those the scammers away, basically. And it's easier said than done, but I'll do my very best.
But you do a great job. Thank you so much for being here for us. Let's ask Zeus from Hector Dao. Please do introduce Hector Dao to us, or Hector Finance if you're rebranding.
Okay. Well, yeah, Hector Finance, we are rebranding because we want to step aside from the whole rebase situation.
Yeah. A quick intro, like elevator pitch, 45 seconds.
I don't understand exactly what you mean.
Oh, just present in a quick way Hector Dao to us, just like what it is. We are doing the introductions.
Hector Finance is a project that is focusing on bringing more people to the Fantom blockchain, because we think the Fantom blockchain is one of the better blockchains around, and we are still at the beginning with the Fantom blockchain. We are trying to expand our abilities, as said before, to NFT offerings, an educational center to educate people about all the possibilities we have with the Fantom blockchain.
Thank you. Then Kek.tools goes next. Quick intro.
Okay, sure. So Kek.tools is the fastest, most community-led token, crypto token-powered toolbox, basically. There's no forks. It's an all-custom dApp with a robust, dedicated backend infrastructure. The focus is that the community truly drives the project like no other project. They've decided core parameters for the project like token inflation versus not, the application name, the founder's reserves, if we actually moved over to Fantom, what new features are added, and so on and so forth. So we really do believe in community guidance for our project. The other side of our project is a highly passionate team, and pretty much all of our team members have found us organically and saw the vision and wanted to contribute to the project. So because of this passion, we are going to be pushing into the gamification narrative / the metaverse into year 2. And that would include a full rebrand with a new token and a new name as well. So that's some stuff to look forward to here shortly.
Thank you. Then a quick intro from OneART.
Hey, Ted, thanks for inviting me here. So probably know OneART, previous like art wallet, because we rebranded like few like months ago, because we are like building more broad infrastructure than just wallet. So actually our goal is to make like NFTs as usable as possible and to bring like the user experience and the security into the NFT field. And actually like few weeks before this starts, so we switched to Fantom because we see a lot of potential. I really love the way how Fantom is growing. Yeah, actually, and we want to bring the user-friendly infrastructure and secure infrastructure for NFTs to the whole ecosystem. So we are really happy to partner with any like NFT-related project, because our like we can bring we can make the life of the users easier by bringing this like infrastructure. So actually, we are developing the mobile client, the Web3 client, and actually this is long-term project, like infrastructure project, and most probably like in future we want to replace some giants like MetaMask and many more. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is Raiders. Please do introduce yourself. Raiders. BeanDoggx, we can't hear you. Maybe something's wrong with your system. Okay, I'll put you in the end of the alphabetic order in this case. Let's listen to the quick intro from Scarab Finance.
Hello, everyone. As I said, we're an algorithmic senior hash token, a tomb fork. We know that it's very, tomb forks are very appealing because of their, the generated yields, and the Ponzonomics of it are insane. But a long term, it's never gonna last. It's really hard to do. It's very complicated. I mean, well, Tomb certainly seems to have it down to a certain degree, but it's incredibly hard to do if you don't have tons and tons of backing. The only way to sustain yourself without that is to generate enough revenue to accompany the emissions that you're putting out and slowly drop your emissions over time. This is our plan. We are implementing a bunch of features that I've mentioned, including our WindSphere model that's going to be launching this week to do exactly that, have some backing to our revenue as part of our long-term plan to at least semi-collateralize our Scarab token in order to give it real value, make it stable enough to actually be a derivative asset that people can use in their DeFi space. and it's a long-term goal. It takes its time. It's a fun ride, and we can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you. Next one's on the line, SpiritSwap. Please do introduce SpiritSwap to us.
Yeah, hello everyone. First of all, thank you, Ted, and wonderful people from Yoshi.exchange for hosting this meetup. We as SpiritSwap want to be a like progressing to be a one-click DEX, one-click DeFi protocol for all your needs. The website includes land borrowing, like the bonds as well, bridge, like simple decentralized exchange, and more to come. Like I am not supposed to spill any alphas here, but you can expect SpiritSwap to be like your own need to go website in the near future, we hope. Yeah, that's all.
Nice. And next one is the SpookySwap. Owen, please do introduce SpookySwap to us in 1 minute or less.
Yes, Ted. Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. Love being here. Okay, yeah. So as was stated, I'm OwenP. I'm outreach for SpookySwap. We are an AMM on Fantom that launched April of 2021. Our focus is on the trader, and with our attractive theming, we hope to provide the best trading experience in DeFi. SpookySwap has maintained its status as the highest TVL of any Fantom Opera DEX with an average daily volume of 440 million. For our partners, we offer partnered staking, AMAs, marketing support. We have 67,000 BOO holders. BOO holders can convert their BOO to XBOO. Protocol fees are used to buy back BOO, whichever increase the value of XBOO. We also provide staking for XBOO. Our average APR is around 50%. We do use government's proposals to allow BOO holders to play a role in determining aspects of the protocol. This includes new farms, farm weight changes, how to use DAO funds. And lastly, we have our own NFTs, the Magic Cats. They're currently, at least last I checked, the #1 collection on PaintSwap. And we do have plans to utilize these to provide XBOO staking incentives. Yep.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you so much. It's awesome. So we are getting to the end of the alphabet. Yield Parrot, please. Yield Parrot, please. Have we lost the rep from Yield Parrot? In that case, perhaps
like they are in the audience.
Oh yeah, they might disconnect it for a moment. Okay, let's do Yoshi.exchange and then Yield Parrot. Okay, and the Raiders.
Hi guys, one more time. We are Yoshi.exchange. We're DEX aggregator. We are building a closed cycle payment system. We have tokens on Fantom and Binance Smart Chain, as I have mentioned before today. We are building a really great product and very friendly product for all the projects on the Fantom ecosystem. We're cooperating with almost everyone. So all of the guys who are present here in Meetup, we are a kind of partners already or potential partners. We are aggregating DEXs and liquidities from other projects. We have a widget that can be embedded and implemented on third-party projects for the quick swap, for example, for the token project that are just launching. We're providing DEX aggregation widget. And yeah, we're bringing fight on the RAM payments, and we're bringing wallets, and we know that there is a lack of good wallets here in Fantom, and for the use of the use here. So yeah, stay tuned.
So back to maybe Raiders if XBeanDoggx fixed the headset.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but like I said before, I want to thank everyone for showing up today. I'm here to represent Raiders NFT. We began minting our NFTs last month, and we're trying to complete our IDO by the end of this month. Been developing and continuing to build upon our play to earn GameFi project, and we take a lot of the community's direction. So we really kind of try and figure out what it is that they want to make the experience the best for them. By minting one of our raiders on the DApp, you can participate in our faction war that we have going on. By doing so, you're essentially participating in a pre-sale for our project. You're going to earn rewards that'll be paid out in raid tokens as soon as we hold our IDO. We're focusing on a commitment to providing a secure and entertaining platform that's going to be profitable for our investor base. We've established a fun and respectful community over on Discord where we provide weekly project updates. We're currently offering our early Discord supporters with a collector's NFT, and anyone who wants to stop by, drop in, say hello, and you can probably get in on that right now. So I just want to thank you guys again for having us here.
Thank you. The last one on the introductions is Harris, please.
Hi everyone again. I will do this introduction quick as we only have 45 seconds. As you may know, we are an optimizer and an aggregator of yield farms of many of the most recognized projects. This means that you can find at yield part not only auto-compounding bolts from other projects, but also extra FLW rewards in addition to incentive increased TVL of our partner bolts. Our goal nowadays is to provide a reliable platform where people can find the highest performance of the network in only one place, and also to create a network of friends projects that are satisfied with the work we offer so as to grow together.
Okay, by the way, I believe I skipped Tulip Dao, right? Is it correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, please do the intro, please.
All right, so Tulip Dao is being built as the Investors DAO. We have not launched. We are still in technically the beta stages of our Tulip Club, which is going to technically be the product of the Tulip DAO. The plan is to launch an OWN fork, which is going to be used to generate a strong treasury to give us the foundation to build our layer 2. Now, I've been watching and learning from what's been happening in the OWN fork space, and we are developing some innovations to our tokenomics to help combat inflation issues. We're going to be having greatly reduced emissions. Most of the benefits of the tokens of holding the token is going to come from our locking mechanism, which is going to be similar to XSushi meets VCRV. Increased lock gets you increased yields, increased reflections from the treasury. The primary thing we're focusing on is increasing yields to people from the treasury rather than from the rebases. The whole goal with Tulip DAO is an investors DAO where we provide opportunities to people who are staking their tokens get reflections from our treasury, and they also get early access to alpha. They get early access to pre-sales. My goal is to be somewhere that projects can come to and do AMAs and get their projects launched off the ground, similarly to the way we did with Scarab Finance. We had an AMA with Scarab Finance. We sold out their pre-sale, and they did very well initially.
Sorry, man. Let's discuss that in the next parts. We will have like topics dedicated to that because these are just for the quick intro. So thank you so much. I'd like to tell you the regards from Zeus from Hector Finance. He had to leave. The man really has some COVID, and it's been amazing effort on his behalf. So let's get straight to next part of our Fantom Projects Meetup. So let's discuss the state of affair in the DeFi sector on Fantom. And I would like to invite a Fantom ecologist to tell us and reflect on the development of DeFi, what it means for the global economy and how it develops. So please, a couple of minutes on DeFi and on Fantom, please. Fantom ecologist, are you with us?
Hey, yeah, sorry, I am. That's a big question and well beyond my area of expertise, but I'll give it a go from a perspective that I've come to it from. So as I mentioned before, I work in conservation and for a charity, and it's all about raising funds for things that are good for the planet, basically. And I just know from my team at work how one of the biggest struggles is access to funding and being able to fundraise for that sort of work that we need to happen. And for me, DeFi has shown me that there's access to extraordinary amounts of money and extraordinary opportunities for fundraising and financial solutions. You see projects like Retrieve, for example, bringing in ethical payment solutions that are really going to be able to help charities like the one I work for raise funds. And I think that that's so important, that we've had traditional finance has been really skewed to the financially elite, I suppose. And I've always felt like someone who's been locked out of that world. So by discovering Fantom and DeFi and being able to see that it doesn't matter if I'm working with millions of dollars or tens of dollars, I can still proportionally get the same opportunities as anyone else. I think that is an absolute game changer. So, I'm looking at that from even just a charity perspective, that a fairly large charity can tap into these amazing opportunities. But also, I think just for world equality, that the fact that, I'm from Australia, a fairly wealthy country, but the fact that people from smaller, less wealthy nations that may be completely blocked off to any of these opportunities have the exact same chances as me and you and everywhere else in this space is phenomenal to me. And I think that's a super strength, and has me feeling very bullish on the entire crypto space, because there's a lot of people that are yet to tap in and discover just how easy and fun it can be to build up those bags.
Thank you for amazing comment. So I think it's fair that we'll start discussing DeFi with the project which actually tries to help some people from the TradeFi and from the old world to get into DeFi. So I would like to call Daniel from Yoshi.exchange to tell about Yoshi.exchange's perspective on DeFi.
Okay, so if we talk about the perspectives of the projects, I guess the best way to make the projects what the DeFi, because like nearly 2 years ago when the DeFi started, after that crypto winter of 2017-18 year, when the total market was down, a few years later, the whole world, the crypto world, recognized what DeFi was, and it was really a game-changing things in the finances. Yeah, the Fantom ecology is just mentioned. What makes possible for Yoshi.exchange to generate a greatest TVL based on our community, on our investors, and we have gained like more than 70-80 million. It depends on the exchange rate. It really makes it possible to make it safe, to make it safe for the users who earns this liquidity, and all these partnerships with all of you guys who are present here, for all of you to make possible for the people to earn money, to make yield farming, to make staking, single staking, all of this stuff. So it only can be presented on the DeFi market. We keep our eye on what Andre is doing. It is really interesting what is going on to be with Solidly. So yeah, I guess that will be a great stuff in DeFi, even more than now.
Certainly it will be. I'm certain in that. So let's ask SpiritSwap on the DeFi side.
Yeah, can you repeat the question, because there's a lot of WhatsApp background noise, I think.
Okay, so just tell us, reflect a bit on the DeFi sector in Fantom especially, so how it develops, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, okay. So I started Fantom as a user like 8-9 months ago. Then I saw how the DeFi in Fantom really works. Like everyone is talking about the healthy like community, but I think the health of Fantom really come from the competition within. Like the DeFi only improves if like anything on free market, if there are competition between. And everyone knows, most of the people listening and everyone talking here knows about the technology of Fantom. It is there. The technology is like there for some layer 1 and layer 2 protocols also. But I think the DeFi will only keep on improving. As you know, the solid swap, the 3-3 will only skyrocket the Fantom in general, I think, because there is a lot of new money in quotation marks coming to DeFi, and it will just be like more healthy competition going forward, and which will utilize this to their best advantage.
Thank you. Then I'd like to ask Jayco from Kek.tools on DeFi side. Jayco, mate,
what was the question exactly?
To reflect on the DeFi on Fantom, how it develops, what are the perspectives, what does it mean to you?
Well, I mean, a few people already mentioned it. But the TVL on Fantom has been pretty good. I think it's. I haven't looked on DeFi Llama lately, but I think at one point we were above AVAX or oscillating up and below. But anyways, yeah, I think solidly in Andre's new AMM that has bribery built into it, I think is going to sort of be the convex wars of Fantom potentially, and I think that's probably going to be a really, really big reason for other people to bring money over to Fantom. If there's some clever roundabout way to get involved in a bribery system.
Thank you. What about Ashyx from DefySwap? Would you like to add up on that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think the DeFi space on Fantom in general is fantastic because it helps to create a lot more open ecosystem. The fact that you can go into almost any fresh DeFi project across the entire chain and encounter people and names that you're already familiar with, and if you don't, then you know to watch yourself probably. I think that truly helps with transparency, and I think that that's one of the biggest issues that a ton of different chains suffer, is the fact that you walk into a chain, everybody's faceless, everybody's nameless. You don't have your Austins and your Fantom ecologists, and they're out there. You know that they aren't just getting paid the highest dollar, and that's the reason that they're shilling something. And then you can go into those groups and see those mods that you're familiar with on other successful projects or mods in this project, see the same names. Discord versus Telegram helps a ton for that, and I feel like Fantom is one of the only main chains that I've encountered that leans heavily on Discord versus Telegram, and it just feels a lot less fast-paced and a lot homier. And I think because of that, it helps with that transparency. You add in the Harry Yeas and the Andres and everything else, and you've got some big money in the door. So whether you like them or not, it doesn't really matter. It's the simple fact that it's going to bring whale money. So you combine all of that together, and it just makes a perfect ground for, I think, a very, very successful future.
Okay, thank you. And I wonder what Paul from DIA, the cross-chain Oracle provider, would tell us about DeFi.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, DeFi is pretty relevant to us, or we try to be at least helpful for all the DeFi applications out there. I mean, this has been, I guess, looking apart from the Fantom ecosystem overall from summer 2020, quite a ride, and the level of sophistication when it comes to the dApps and the infrastructure they're integrating is constantly increasing. So I think with the learnings we took from 2020, translating this to Fantom and trying to provide more resilient fees, which not only take some market prices which are disconnected from Fantom, but really taking DEX trades happening on Fantom and building feeds, we hopefully can contribute to better tooling for this great ecosystem.
Thank you. Now let's hear from your partner on Oracle integration, SpookySwap.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'll have much to add that hasn't been mentioned. I think we're certainly in exciting times with DeFi, especially here on Fantom with Andres solidly coming. As was already said, it's going to bring a ton of attention. It already has. I mean, it was mentioned earlier about our how we were on DeFi Llama. I think we even passed BSC at one point. Anyways, I think we're all anxiously waiting to see how that's going to affect the ecosystem, you know, if it's going to put things on its head or what it's going to do, or if it's just going to add to the general community. I do think what hasn't been mentioned is we do have a little bit of a dark cloud over DeFi. I talked to a lot of people that think maybe, is this the end of DeFi? I don't think it is. But I think with things like with what Wonderland happened, I think we might be seeing some changes. I think we're even seeing that today with some of the DAOs kind of changing their direction. But that's not exclusive to Fantom. So either way, it's going to be a really interesting year for DeFi.
Thank you. Now I'd like to call for Madison from Diversify Crypto. What is your take on DeFi?
What I've seen really from a DeFi space here is people continue to innovate, and they're continuing to figure out new mechanisms that allow for growth. I mean, I think what excites me the most about DeFi, and I think where Fantom has kind of led the space, is just the shift away from the banking system in general and kind of taking on the suits. I think that's what Andre and those guys have done really, really well with, is just encouraging people to put their money to work and be able to earn more yields. And some of these protocols that have been created are just highly innovative. And I think that's what we're going to continue to see in Fantom. And I'm happy to be kind of one of those newer projects that's doing some different things with DeFi. But I think you're going to continue to have more and more projects that want to come. And I think we'll ultimately own the DeFi space.
Thank you. Now I'd like to call Bill from DarkMatterDeFi. What's your take on DeFi?
Oh man, yeah. So I've seen a lot since 2014. I've watched Ethereum launch, and then I've been banging my kitties on CryptoKitties since they launched. I own about 60 cats, so I've seen the initial inception all the way to what we've come to now. And I think moving into the future, we're going to be seeing a lot of more seriousness and just more professionalism. Right now, you see a lot of scams and some playful projects, but I think moving into the future, we're going to just see more seriousness.
Thank you. I also know that OneART has some DeFi services, so I wonder what would Nazar like to add on this industry.
Yeah, actually, we built some DeFi tools first of all, for our community to make their money work for them and not just on the wallets. It's a small part of the big vision, what we want to build in the nearest year. Yeah, but we started with a small. We built some different types of staking, including some liquidity money and so on. But in the big picture, we'll add NFTs as a staking method for entering some new possibilities, opportunities, what will bring to our community. So a lot of stuff will come. But actually, I'm very excited how the DeFi industry is developing, is building, and the Fantom ecosystem. So it's growing really fast, and it's growing really I can say it healthy. Yeah, and some such people like Andrea who are coming to the ecosystem, who are helping building. So it's all will bring it brings really big value, and it will help Fantom to grow even faster and bigger.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from another DeFi service, Yield Parrot, please. couple words on DeFi. Is Yield Parrot with us? I believe yes. Maybe you have to press to talk. Okay, if Yield Parrot has some technical problems, let's hear from Beethoven X.
Sure. Yeah, I'll pick up on something Owen said, like this idea of DeFi coming to an end. I absolutely think it's coming to the end of a phase, and then there's a beginning of a new phase. I think we're entering. The word seriousness was also used. It's maybe not necessary. It can still be playful, and it can still be opportunistic, and it can still be like this builder's and child's mind. But it's we're absolutely seeing less shit, which I think is healthy. And I think the next phase, the entire space is stepping into on its journey, which is very inevitable, of completely shifting and rebuilding the financial industry, which is at a much larger scale than we are at now. But on that journey, we will go through these stages where we'll naturally deselect some players, and I absolutely see that happen now. But I'm super bullish on the long-term direction of DeFi.
Thank you. Now let's. I'm sure that TheDoc from Phantom Dao can add something on that topic.
I think traditional finance is kind of boring, right? And what I really like about DeFi, and when I started investing and looking into projects on Fantom, was early, right at the start of last year. It was the differences were it's fun, right? So, when Spooky and HyperSwap launched, that was really crazy times, but it was really good fun, and it sort of is a different way to approach your finance and how you can use your money to make more money, but it makes it interesting because otherwise you're just putting your cash in a bank, and they try really hard to make it sexy, but it's not. And when you come over to DeFi, you can put your put some money into one of these protocols and just layer everything on top of it and see what happens. It's fun as well, right? I was when those hyperjump farms launched at that first day, it was just a crazy day, and I remember that really vividly. I don't remember anything being exciting at all ever when I put money into a bank. So I think that is really a really good point of difference for DeFi in general. But that being said, sort of my views on the future sort of echo some of the thoughts of the other fellas as well. It does appeal to a certain type of person at the moment because of the that sort of fun playfulness and the gamification of it. But to grow to a huge size, I think we also need to appeal to that the traditional finance people. The old boring people who don't really want to. They don't want to stake their or wrap their staked things, or farm mechs or whatever it was on Hyperjump. I think that's really important to appeal to those things and to those guys. And I think moving forward, we will see a lot of innovations and progress in that space as well, because there's just a huge market share there that we're sort of missing out on, because of the people will be looking at some of the projects and sort of writing them off as sort of games or whatever. But I think with that, alongside with what is already out there, I think capturing all the types of markets that are out there, all the type of people who are interested in it, and making sure that they can put their money to work for such better returns than they can get in traditional finance. I think it's a no-brainer for that's going to happen in the future.
Thank you. Let's hear from Scarab Finance and then ask Yield Parrot again. So please, the Pharaoh from Scarab Finance, your take on DeFi.
Thank you. So I think we've all seen it. DeFi has been getting a lot of traction lately for the past 12 months and for the past year. it's just popping off, right? We see all these new projects that are frankly innovating things quite a lot. It's amazing to see something like lending and things like this happening fully decentralized without needing banks, without needing any of those things. It allows us, the generates, to get, our instant services from other people like us. It's amazing. It's community driven. It's really cool to see. Of course, it has its issues. We know that in DeFi, it's a whales world. Whales run rampant throughout. It gives them a lot of control, and there's certainly some issues that will still need to be addressed. And well, frankly, the community is going to have to deal with that when we see some of these centralization issues that can happen, and people who with bad intentions can take advantage of. I think it's something we as a community are going to have to address very soon. I think we can. Frankly, the Fantom community is very united. It's incredible to see how people band together and really do awesome things, sticking up for their projects, actually helping out, participating. It's something that I think has so much more potential. I think we've seen only the tip of the iceberg. It's going to continue to grow every single fortunately, because this is DeFi. On DeFi, it's a dev's playground too. It's very easy to someone launches something and there's immediately 3 or 4 other people launching a version of their own version of it. So we have a playground of innovation where we can see that we're on the edge of everything that's happening. I think we're still going to continue to see it, and I really can't wait to analyze what people are going to come up with. I'm very interested in this V33 model, that getting more traction in different projects and everyone in getting their own interpretation of them. I think it's great for the community. I think it's great for the network, and I think it's really gonna be what drives Fantom to become bigger and bigger. It is us. It's the DeFi system. It's the community. It's really what differentiates Fantom from other networks, and I think seeing this growth is only gonna make us stronger.
Yeah, of course. I'm in love with DeFi industry. You probably can see it printed in my name. Okay, so let's call once again for Yield Parrot. If the headset's all right, please do comment on DeFi. Mate, we cannot hear you at all. If I think we should move along. Okay, so now we're having a 10-minute break. But let's leave open microphone in case some of our project reps are not tired. They might discuss something, take a few comments or take a few questions from the dedicated text channel, which is right the first channel on top on our Discord panel. And if you want just to have some break, then stretch your legs, stretch your back, get a cup of coffee, then you're welcome to. We'll get back in 10 minutes and talk about NFTs. Thank you.